Again in Edo State, where the coordinator of the Warri Itakpe train service, Sani Abdulganiyu, has confirmed that none of the kidnapped passengers sustained any bullet injuries. He gave the confirmation while receiving the Minister of State for Transport, Ademola Adegorogoye, in company of the Chairman, Nigeria Railway Corporation, Fidet Okhiria, at the Tom Ikimi rail station in Igueben local government area of Edo State, following the attack on a train station on Saturday. The visit of the minister to the scene of the incident is on the fact-finding mission and to ascertain the situation himself concerning the attack and subsequent abduction of passengers. The minister, however, held a closed-door meeting with security agencies and other stakeholders on ground to get more briefings on the issue. The Ojota area of Lagos on Monday was taken over by a crisis resulting in the death of one person. According to reports, the crisis started as police officers from the Lagos Command tried to disperse Yoruba Nation agitators. Though calm has been restored, there's heavy presence of police officers with their vehicles strategically positioned at the scene. It's been difficult getting those in the area to volunteer information, as most claimed they weren't around when the incident occurred. Also, a police van was burnt in the crisis, and information revealed that about 5 people were arrested. Meanwhile, the Lagos State Commissioner of Police, CP Abiodun Alabi, has issued a stern warning that any person or group of persons found disturbing the peace of the state will be decisively dealt with in accordance with the provisions of the law. This is contained in a press release signed by the Police Public Relations Officer, SP Benjamin Hundeyin. We spoke with him earlier in the news.
The report is that he was fired at, he died because, or as a result of the shooting from the police. I want to get that clarity from you. Are you saying that the police did not shoot at all?
We did not use live bullets for this. We used tear gas to disperse them.
So also talk to us about, we understand that some of your men were injured in the process and then vehicles burnt. Talk to us about the extent of damage in that area.
Yes, two vehicles were destroyed. These were not police vehicles. These were just people who were caught in all of this. One police vehicle too was shot at several times. And we have 2 police officers that were hit by this pellet from the cartridges fired from the pump action rifles, and they were rushed to Lagos State University Teaching Hospital last week, the surgical emergency, where they are responding to treatment.
Can you tell us the identity of that person and what the police is doing to ensure, because we understand that there are now threats, what the police is doing to ensure that that there is no security breakdown in the state?
Well, 4 of the miscreants were arrested and they've been transferred to the headquarters for investigation. And we have placed our officers and patrol teams on standby to ensure that there is no further breakdown of law and order. And in addition to that, the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Command, CP Abiodun Alabi, has warned clearly, unequivocally, that any further attempts by any person or group of persons to disrupt the peace in Lagos or to attack security operatives or residents and Lagosians in general will be fiercely resisted, and such people will be decisively dealt with in accordance with the provisions of the law.
I asked about the identity of the person who died. Do you have the name of the person?
We don't have that yet, but investigation has commenced.
In other news now, the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, has formally inaugurated the General Council of the Bar to help with the making and reviewing of rules of professional conduct in the judiciary. This is coming 16 years after an attempt made by the then Attorney General to the Federation, Bayojo, to constitute the council in 2007 proved abortive. Judiciary correspondent Celestina Area reports.
The origin of the Bar Council in Nigeria can be traced to the reference of the Committee on the Future of Legal Profession and Education, which was set up in 1959. The Bar Council is made up of the Attorney General of the Federation, the State Attorney Generals, and 20 members of the NBA, with the stipulation that no less than 7 of them shall be legal practitioners with 10 years post-call. Action of the Bar Council was last performed in 2007 when the then Attorney General of the Federation, Bayo Ojo, as President of the Bar Council, issued the rules of professional conduct that is currently in operation. Attempts to reconstitute the council since then had proven abortive. The failure to constitute the General Council of Bar over the years has created a yawning gap in the regulatory sector of the legal profession. This gap could be seen in the fact that the rules of professional conduct do not appear to be adequate in tackling the contemporary challenges facing the profession and the society at large. There is need to provide regulations that will guide the conduct of legal practitioners towards the fight against corruption, money laundering, terrorism, economic crimes, and other criminal activities. It is 16 years since the Attorney General of the Federation last inaugurated the Bar Council. Its inauguration now will set in motion the process of reinventing the ethical standards of the legal profession.
It is our wish that discussions and decisions which are soon to follow the inauguration will positively contribute to the consolidation of the ideals, aims, and objectives of the Nigerian Bar Association, as well as to help to shape the practice of the legal profession in Nigeria.
Unless we take the bull by the horns and rejig our rules of ethics and internal regulatory mechanisms, our profession may become an endangered species.
We must work collectively to build an enviable legal profession that will be beneficial to us all. I also wish to admonish those that will be inaugurated today to continue to show commitment and dedication to the statutory duties of the Council.
It is a function of the General Council of Bar to make and revise rules of professional conduct for lawyers. The Bar Council is also charged with the responsibility of making rules of account to be kept by lawyers and money received to them or paid on behalf of their clients. Celestina Iria, TVC News, Abuja.
The federal government says it has secured funding for the rehabilitation of 3 existing refineries to enhance the country's domestic refining capacity. Minister of State for Petroleum Timi Peresiva disclosed this while giving a breakdown of his ministry's achievements at the 16th edition of the PMB Administration Scorecard Media Series in Abuja. Tijesu Adeoye was there.
The President Muhammadu Buhari Scorecard Media Series resumes with a spotlight on the Ministry of Petroleum. The Minister of State takes the stage to present his scorecard, highlighting 9 priority areas for the oil and gas sector. Some of the strategic priorities is to eradicate the smuggling of PMS across Nigeria's borders, completion of its gas flare commercialization program, poverty eradication, amongst others. The minister says though the government does not have powers to control the market forces in determining the price of PMS, it has secured funding to rehabilitate the country's existing refineries. He says this development will help reduce the price of PMS and increase accessibility to the product.
What is desirable, as far as we are concerned, is to ensure that petroleum price is market-driven. That way it will also drive a lot of investments. There are a lot of people who would like to invest, private sector investors who would like to invest in this sector. But under a subsidized regime, who is going to invest? If you build a refinery, how is your refinery going to make profit? Under a subsidy regime. But if you have a market-driven situation, you see that a lot of investors will come, and of course there will be more refineries, and this problem of access to petroleum product will be a thing of the past.
Minister of Information and Culture says the Buhari administration has recorded unprecedented achievements in every sector and has set the country on the path of achieving self-sufficiency.
We dare any part of this country to say that it has not benefited from the programs of the Buhari administration in one way or another. And we will happily counter that with verifiable evidence.
Despite heavy knocks from critics on the performance of the Buhari administration, the federal government insists President Muhammadu Buhari would leave behind a solid legacy of infrastructure development and social development programs that cannot be erased. Tijesu Adeoye, TVC News, Abuja.